Light Guardian, Jedi, it is time for you, for us, to rise. Aloha, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. Happy Star Wars Day. We got a very special inspirational team meditation for everyone planned today. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you so much for adding your energy. Thank you to all of you who are tuned in on Facebook, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitch, wherever you're tuned into this, broadcasting across the multiverse. Thank you so much. Broadcasting through space and time. We pay extra for that. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. For those of you who may be here for the first time, my name is Brendan, aka Mystic Spider-Man, Wolf Shield, Skull Babylon. Today, we're going to be doing another one of our inspirational team meditations. This is something that we do Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are here, perhaps even for the first time, go ahead, leave a 333 in the comments down below, and inviting you to be able to make this a part of your routine. These are incredibly intentional meditations where we do a variety of meditation, and we're going to lead you into the next moment, where we start off with some body massage, some stretching, and then from there we go into some mindfulness practice, and then from there we go into some additional movement practice, and then from there we go into some vocalizing, and then from there we go into some chakra practice meditation. So for those of you who are tuned in, drop an 1111 in the chat, just be able to confirm that you are here with us. And again, for those of you who are even tuned into this into the future, thank you again, everyone, so much for adding your energy, for taking the time out of your routine to be able to make this a part of your routine. So as we just take these extra few moments, as people start situating themselves, there's going to be people joining over the next few moments. Go ahead and just begin stretching. Just listen to your body in this moment. Go ahead, even just reach your arms towards the sky. Stretch. Get some nice big yawns going if you need it. So at this point, we're just going to move into an awareness of our body just by adding some gentle stretches, and we're going to go into a little bit of a massage. And then from there, we're going to do, if you guys want, we'll do some EFT, some emotional freedom tapping. Then from there, we'll go into some laughter yoga, if you guys want to do some laughter yoga. And then from there, again, we'll go into our mindfulness practice. So again, at this point, just beginning just by massaging our body. And so as we're doing this, we're just kind of hanging out. We're just kind of chatting. Again, this is a very, very casual but intentional broadcast that we do. And again, part of the intention here is building a real world team of modern day Jedi, more or less. That is essentially what we are doing. And of course, today is May the 4th, which officially makes it International Intergalactic Star Wars Day. So again, as we're just hanging out here, just go ahead, massage every part of your body that you feel called to be able to massage. And as you're doing this, you're just helping open up the energy channels, which is going to help with the additional practices of your meditation. This is a great way just to be able to help bring awareness to your body, to bring gratitude to your body. So keep doing that as we're just hanging out here. And so again, today being International Intergalactic Star Wars Day, Star Wars has always been like a big influence within my life. And if you're a fan of Star Wars, drop a 777 in the chat. And so I think what's really cool is, again, Star Wars is a catalyst for the shift in consciousness in a lot of ways. You look at the story within Star Wars and you actually see it as a reflection of our story, as a reflection of our awakening. So this is about us being called into that place of steward, in that place of guardianship, into that place of the sacred Jedi, the warrior, the one who is aware and connected with the Force. So we're going to be practicing a bit about that today. We're going to be connecting with the Force, and this is something that we literally do every team meditation that we do. But of course, today is just like a little extra special since it's Star Wars Day, and other people, the collective energy of the hive mind is kind of thinking about Star Wars today. So again, as we are just getting ready here, just go ahead, just begin massaging your body wherever you feel that you need to massage it. So just kind of like even massaging under the rib cages for those of you, because there's still people like kind of like joining on the fly. Thank you again, everyone, for joining in. Again, maybe you've been here before. If it's your first time here, go ahead and drop a 333 in the chat. Again, these meditations, by doing these meditations, like, and this isn't just me, like other people who have been doing these, you know, they're sharing the benefits as well. But by doing these meditations like help awaken our consciousness. These meditations help us level up within this real world interactive game. They help us align and activate and nurture that archetype of the light guardian within us. And the light guardian as we're just massaging ourselves here. So massage all the way down, and I'll tell you a little bit about the light guardians. Massaging all the way down to your feet eventually, and then we're going to massage back up around into our face. So again, just massaging your calves, massaging your thighs. Thank you again, everyone, for joining. So again, the archetype of the light guardian, the story of the light guardian. So I'm sure you've probably heard of light workers, the term light worker. If you're tuned into this, then obviously, you resonate with a certain frequency, and that frequency of the light worker is a term that is becoming more and more well known. It's this idea of like someone who is, intentionally helping share inspirational messages, who is helping other people on their journey of awakening, who is connecting people to more of their spiritual awareness. So a light guardian is essentially what a light worker is, but with a little bit more texture to it, a little bit more of a specific vibration that for me has always been something that has just like naturally been a part of my own story. And again, this is like bringing forth the power within the force. And so a light guardian is basically kind of like a light worker who specifically kind of resonates with what you can think of as almost like the sacred warrior, or again, the sacred guardian. And so again, the guardian is someone who is kind of like in that kind of like that place of like intentionality, that deep place of like, I am standing for the light. I am standing for the future. I am a guardian of kindness. I am a guardian of creativity. I am a guardian of the earth. And so for anybody here, you are invited, especially today, especially May 4th, to begin to kind of like feel that within your heart. This idea of, do you choose to identify, resonate, to align with the archetype of the light guardian? And so again, the light guardian, as we're just massaging our feet here, and again, when we're massaging our feet, we're activating the meridians all throughout our feet. So again, for those of you who tuned in, like, yes, I have feetlings. So again, just massaging your feet, getting nice and deep with that as we're just kind of chit-chatting here. People are still like joining on the fly, right? So again, we're just kind of chit-chatting here. But again, the light guardian, the way how I've kind of explained it is that the archetype of the light guardian has actually existed like throughout space and time, like beyond this planet. So the light guardian is very similar to the archetype of the Jedi, but a little bit kind of like modernized. So some people will kind of talk about, it's like, oh, the Jedi, like depending on how far over on the spectrum they are, the Jedi is kind of like this like almost extreme ideology. And sometimes you even hear Yoda say this, where he's like do not like never experience anger, like don't pay attention to the dark side and stuff like that. Whereas the light guardian is kind of like a more applicable modern day term, where it's about being able to kind of like identify the alchemist and the healer and the wizard within each of us, where the light guardian, moving your massage all the way up, you need to massage your shoulders a little bit more. You can give yourself a hug. Give yourself a big hug. Relax. Do one more of those. Give yourself a big old light guardian hug. Relax. Move yourself up to your face, massaging even around a bit of your neck, back of your spine. So the light guardian is one who intentionally like there is a dance throughout space and time, and it is this dance of shadow and light, and there will be times when the shadow looms, and when the shadow looms, that is when the light guardian rises. The light guardian is always present, but the light guardian kind of plays this role of being able to help intentionally bring back balance, and that balance is brought through awareness. Like that is the idea, is that we carry the balance within inside of us through the journey of our own awakening. So through the journey of us intentionally becoming more aware and nurturing this seed of consciousness within ourselves, we have the potential to naturally bring balance back into the world by cultivating that balance within ourselves. So the light guardian is, again, like basically someone who intentionally uses creativity and compassion, who kind of carries with them the sacred warrior, the sacred perseverance, the sacred resilience, the sacred energy, the sacred strength, the sacred courage, to be able to see like when there may be injustice, or to see like when there may be something that can be like brought forth with intention, and to do that. And so the light guardian isn't always like, it's not like they're always like standing up against the evil and the shadow and stuff like that, but they are, again, helping provide like an alternative narrative, an alternative story, one of hope, one of inspiration. So again, in today's day and age, you see that. You see the whole yin and the yang. And so the light guardian is one who understands. And again, just massaging your face here as you're just kind of listening. This is just kind of like morning story time with Mystic Spider-Man. But again, the light guardian is one who understands that within the light there is the shadow, within the shadow there is the light. And notice how specifically I use the term shadow opposed to just darkness, right? So I think shadow is a much more applicable term, because shadow is this idea that shadow is like a part of light. The only time shadow exists is when a light is casted, and then where the light cannot be seen, that is where the shadow exists. Yet even still, the shadow is light. Within the shadow there is light, within the light there is shadow. So within our story as individual light guardians, it's understanding that, a little bit different from kind of like the radicalized version of the Jedi, massaging your face here, even massaging your earlobes if you want, rather than just being like, oh, I'm a perfect Jedi. I don't have any darkness in me. Like, oh yeah, we saw how well that worked out for Anakin, didn't we? Like suppress. And one day you wake up and you're Darth Vader. Like, hey, right? Like, rather than that needing to be our story, instead it's like understanding that each of us, every single one of us, if you're human here, then you came into this reality to be able to transmute darkness, to be able to transform darkness, to be able to heal, to be able to transform darkness into light. And so that is a part of the story of the light guardian. The light guardian's power comes within their understanding. It comes within their knowledge. It comes within their understanding of their power. And their power is within their word. Their power is within their sword. And so our words are our sword. So again, you think of like the lightsaber of the Jedi, the sacred weapon. That lightsaber can symbolically represent like the light within inside of us, the pillar of light within inside of us. Just massage your ears here. We're going to go into some EFT tapping in a second. Again, for those of you who are just joining, again, we're just doing some like basic body massage as we get ready to move into the next part of our meditation, which will be a little bit of a mindfulness practice. 1 second here. I just have to fix a glitch on the TikTok. Okay, good. We're still good. All right. Okay, cool. So again, like the role of understanding like what a light guardian is a light guardian is one who like understands the power already within them, who connects to the power within already in them, and who understands like a purpose that they are on, a purpose to be able to help bring balance within the dance of shadow and light. And so again, the Star Wars movies, they've literally been preparing us. They have kind of been showing us this part of ourselves. They have literally been like giving us a blueprint to be able to awaken to. Because I mean, as much as we think Star Wars is just a movie, it's really not. It's really not. It's the hero's journey. And then of course within Star Wars, we have the power of the Force. We have the story of the Force. We have the idea of this interconnecting web, this interconnecting idea, this interconnecting energy that binds all things together. And that is very real. And I think more people are starting to understand this. That like, on the surface, when we look at this world, it would be like, oh, that's separate from this. This is separate from that. I'm separate from you. That the evil's separate from me type thing. But from that higher perspective of consciousness, aka the Force, we understand that all is intimately connected. And therefore, the power is that in learning how to be able to change one part of the dream, we can change the rest of the dream. This is the power of like the fractal, the hologram. So again, for those of you who are just joining in, because I know some of you are just joining in, happy May the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day. We're using this as an opportunity to kind of like play with and activate the inner light guardian, the inner Jedi inside each and every single one of us. So let's do a little bit of EFT tapping. This is called emotional freedom technique or emotional freedom tapping. And so what we're going to do here, we're just going to be able to tap our face. Looks like the TikTok's a little bit glitched out, so I'm just going to have to address that. For those of you on TikTok, if it keeps freezing like that, watch on my YouTube or watch on my Instagram. I apologize. Sometimes it does. I'm not sure why. So again, emotional freedom tapping. So as we're doing here, just to begin, just by, again, straightening our spine, Just breathing. We're going to practice connecting with the force a little bit deeper in the next couple moments. So what we're going to do here, as we're just tapping here, we're going to practice calling in powers through affirmation and invocation. So as we're doing this, I want you to tap, and as we're doing this, we're activating the meridians, we're activating the energy channels, we're activating the force within inside of us. So you can tap like even just on your chest, you can tap in between your fingers, you can tap on your hands. And again, going back to tapping on the face, wherever you feel called to tap. And as we tap here, I want you to practice speaking words of empowerment. So you can say, I am one with the force. I am a light guardian. I am a shifter. I am here to be able to help assist with the shift in consciousness. I am cultivating balance within myself. I understand the light is within the shadow and the shadow is within the light. I am remembering my power. I am remembering how to be able to carry my sword, my lightsaber. I know that in awakening my own consciousness, I inspire others to do the same. I am a hero of my own journey. I am kindness. I am compassion. I am creativity. I am courage. I am continuing to become stronger each day. I honor all parts of myself. I am a healer. I am an alchemist. So again, as we're just tapping here, I want you to just take a few moments here, practice speaking any invocations to yourself. I am guided by my ancestors. I am one with the force. I am a lineage of an ancient line of light guardian, of Jedi. And with me are all the Jedi, all the light guardian of the past, of the future. So just tap here just for a few more moments. And again, as you're doing this, you're literally just like encoding your field with these energies, with this intention. So again, just tapping a little bit more. Breathe here. I am breath. I am nature. I am patient. I am strong. I am flexible. I am aware. I am awakening my consciousness. Beautiful. Just a few more words to yourself. Add your own words here. Good. And then gently relax. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. I'll let you guys decide. Do you want to do the laughter practice meditation? Do you want to do that now or do you want to do it after? If you want to do it now, drop a 333 in the chat. And then from there, we're going to drop into a little bit of meditation. We'll practice kind of like using our Jedi light guardian powers to be able to kind of visualize the week ahead of us. And then from there, we'll go into the next parts of our meditation. So thank you again, everyone. So again, if you want to do the laughter meditation practice right now, drop a 333 in the chat. So again, for all of you who are here, if you're new here, welcome. This isn't just a meditation that we are doing. This is a ceremony. This is building a team. This is building a real world team of light guardian, of people who understand their connection with the force. And this isn't just like something where it's like, oh, this is just like nerds trying to save the world. I mean, essentially it is, but with a purpose. Again, this is building a global team of people who are here to be able to help assist with the shift in consciousness. So if you are new here, please feel free to connect to our team chat. The link for that is through my profile link. It's a Discord server. You're welcome to be able to connect through there. We have team broadcasts every week. You can also check out more at ParadigmShiftCentral.com. Huge thank you to our Patreon supporters, our recent Patreon supporters, Kayla, Kristen, Tyson, Alexis, and several others who have recently signed up for the Patreon. Thank you so much to our Patreon supporters. Again, if you're in a position where you're able to support financially and you want to be able to not only support what we're doing here as a team, but to be able to invest in yourself and get more out of it and join as a leading member within the Paradigm Shift Central project, which allows you to be a part of our team of conscious TikTok creators and conscious media creators in general, and join our live broadcast, have access to me as a conscious media creation coach, go ahead, check out the Patreon. And we're currently working towards our next goal of 150, and we're currently at about 134. So thank you to our Patreon supporters. All right, let's do our laughter practice meditation. Grab a drink of water for those of you who are here. This is an ancient Jedi technique. This is an ancient Jedi technique to be able to tap into the power of love into the power of laughter within inside each and every single one of us. So what we're going to do, for those of you who are perhaps new here, for those of you who have been here before, follow my lead. What it's going to look like, it's going to be a deep inhale, soft exhale. And then what we're going to do, we're going to take a deep inhale, and then the exhale, we're just going to focus on the exhale. So it's going to sound like this. It's going to be like, ha, 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 ha. And then from there, you're basically going to transform that breath into a laughter. And then you're going to ride the laughter. And then you're going to maintain that. And then you're just going to allow that to kind of like be the present energy that you're holding in this moment. So activate your light guardian crystals if you got them. Pew, 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 pew. All right. So let's just take a couple breaths here. Couple breaths. Deep breath together. Nice big exhale. Straighten up your spine. This is a very important part of your practice. Another breath here. Deep inhale. Nice soft exhale. Together, one more deep inhale. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Let it roll. 10 more seconds. Keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, breathe. I love the idea of people literally just tuning in like mid that part, and they're just like, what did I walk into? They're just like, hi, welcome to us coming together as a team and helping shift consciousness by cultivating laughter and joy within us. This is one of our superpowers. Like, it literally is. Again, like, I was doing that over the weekend where I was just like, I was doing this just because. Like, again, we think this idea is like, it's like, sorry, I only laugh when you make me laugh. Hear that, society, world, entertainment. I don't laugh until you make me laugh. Meanwhile, it's just like, wait a second. We can laugh at any time? We have that power to laugh at any time? Why didn't anybody tell me this 33 years ago? Like, what? Like, it's crazy. So we're going to do that one more time, and then we're going to practice dropping into our Jedi Mindfulness Meditation. So thank you again, everyone, for being here. You are a gift. You are a gift. Thank you. I see your comment, NZ Weather. Thank you, everyone. You are a gift. And this is a part of your gift. This is a part of your gift. Again, one of the most important superpowers that you have is the power of your heart. So let us practice strengthening that muscle. All right. And as we're doing this, we're literally like activating the energetic fields too. Okay, cool. All right, let's do this. So serious. Okay, good job, everyone. Thank you for adding your energy. It makes it easier when I know you're tuned in. So again, and even for those of you who are just like, I don't know, man, this is kind of weird. Just watch and just smile and then join in when you feel like it. Okay. Deep, gentle inhale. Inhale. Soft exhale. Follow my lead. Deep inhale. Focus on the exhale. Ha, 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 ha. Let it build. Laugh like Yoda. 10 more seconds. Careful, if it's like too much, don't cramp. You'll get a cramp in your ribs or something. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Close your eyes right now. Feel that energy. I want you to almost like pay attention to the idea that like right now, like feel beyond your physical body. Feel the force around you. Feel like a magnetic field around your body, like an energy around your body. And even if you don't quote unquote feel it, imagine it. It's there, and your imagination can connect you to it. So breathe here. And just kind of visualizing this like pulse from the center of your heart. And it's just emanating in all directions. As you do this, you just bring more vibrance, more light, more energy, increasing the vibration of our field, strengthening it, strengthening our aura. Beautiful. Awesome. All right, gently, we'll just bring our awareness back to the space around us, and then we'll drop back into a little bit deeper meditation. So go ahead, gently open your eyes. All right. If you laughed during that, drop a 888 in the chat. So, if you didn't laugh, drop a 222. I'd love to know. I'll make it my challenge to get us all laughing and stuff like that. So, again, for those of you who are just joining in for the first time and you're incredibly confused by this, that's okay. Just keep flipping channels. Come back another time if this isn't your jam. That's okay. It's funny, man. It's funny. Like, literally, like, what we are doing right now, it's really interesting because it kind of creates, it serves as an interesting mirror. There will some people who will be, like, mad at us for doing this. They'll be like, what? Like, you guys are weird, man. Like, stop it. Stop being weird. Like, but you know what's actually happening there? It's that, like, within themselves, they're like, I wish I could do that. I wish I had the permission within my own heart to be able to give myself permission to do that. And when I see you doing that, it makes me feel lack because I have trouble accessing that part of myself. And it's actually me making fun of you is actually coming from a place of like my own hurt and my own kind of like not feeling loved, so to speak. So if you ever see that, if you ever see like, you know, your joy actually triggering other people, just understand that like within them, like don't stop, but like understand that within them, like that's kind of like a natural reaction. That's kind of like the Sith within them where they're just like, no, like I can't acknowledge the fact that that's within me or else I'll lose the power of the grip that my darkness has on me that creates an excuse that basically tells me that I'm justified in like behaving the ways that I do that sometimes come off as mean and jerkish and etc. 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 So, but believe me, when we do this, we give others permission to access this energy themselves, and that's a very powerful thing. That's a very powerful thing. So keep doing it. This is like literally like us like using this is like Jedi mind trick stuff here. It's like you want to laugh. You will laugh. When was the last time you laughed? Have you considered laughing recently? So keep doing it. It's all right. Don't let the trolls get to you. If the trolls like show up and they're like triggered by you, then that just means that like your light is like kind of like attracting that energy. And even if they just see it, it will plant a seed, you know? So same things happen to me plenty of times when doing free hugs. You do free hugs and every now and then there's like a small percentage of people that'll be like, how dare you do free hugs? Like, ah. Meanwhile, within their heart, they're just like, I really want a hug. Like, I wish I could do that, right? So it's like within inside all of us, like we are, you know, worthy of that love. So, all right. Yes, we are going to do the chakra practice meditation shortly. So let's move into a little bit of mindfulness practice. Let's just practice kind of like using our Jedi powers to focus visualizing our intentions for the week. So thank you again, everyone, for joining in. I saw your 888s. I don't think I saw any 222, so that's fine. All right, so from here, let us practice connecting with the Force. And the Force is us. The Force is life. The Force is our awareness to the field around us and our power within it. So for those of you who are here, practice this in a very Jedi-ish way. I want you to, again, kind of like understand the story that like you are a modern day Jedi. You are a light guardian. So together here, if you want to even just like put your fingers in a little bit of a mudra, gently put those on your lap. Even add like a little bit, if you want to put your hood up, hoods are actually very practical for meditation. I'll show you something maybe you never thought of. Like, look, like meditation mode activate. And then there it just kind of helps block out the light, which allows you to drop deeper into meditation. But now it's harder for me to see. I look like Luke from Return of the Jedi when I wear it like that. Have you guys noticed that? People have said they're like you look like Luke. and my name's Brendan, which is like Kylo Bren. So I'm like also Kylo Ren. I don't know. Within me, there's just like archetypes of like Jedi stuff already within me. All right, put a hood on if you want. I'm not gonna put it on right now. Happy Star Wars Day, everyone. Okay. Everybody, go ahead. Close their eyes. And as you close your eyes here, gently straighten your spine and begin connecting to your breath. Gentle inhales. Soft, gentle exhales through the mouth or the nose. Gentle inhales. Gentle exhales. With each exhale, just allowing your body to become relaxed. I'm just going to gently calibrate our body before we go a little bit deeper. We're only going to be here for maybe like 8 minutes, not even that. Time does not exist, don't worry. In a way, I want you to almost allow this to almost feel longer. Allow yourself to kind of bend time within this meditation. As we breathe here, just relax your face. Your face is probably a little bit tense right now. Relax your cheeks, relax your jaw, relax your eyebrows. In this moment, begin visualizing a white light at the center of your chest. This sacred flame. This white light is a connection to the Force, aka the Source within you. As you breathe here, imagine this white light moving through your body, through your chest, across your shoulders, down your arms, all the way down to your fingertips. Imagine this light moving down your torso, down your spine, all the way down to your hips, past your thighs, down your knees, all the way down to your toes. And every part of your body that it touches, you're sending that body part love. You're also allowing that body to relax, the part of your body to relax. Feeling that energy moving up through your spine, all the way up to your face, your jaw, the back of your head, right up to the tip of your crown. Breathe here. So as we breathe here, let us just take a moment just to be able to align with the vibrations that will bring us into what we wish to achieve this week. One of your powers as a Jedi, as a Force user, as a Source user, is to be able to understand that you exist beyond this present moment, that you already exist into the future. And so, what do you want your week to be like? Set that intention now. You want this week to be one of productivity, of grace, of self-love, of accomplishment. Maybe it'll be a week where you practice meditating a little bit more. Maybe you'll be journaling a bit more. One where you're looking forward to more interactions with people with common visions, even the team broadcast later this week. Allow yourself to feel what it will feel like by the end of Friday when you look back and you're just like, damn, that was an awesome week. Doesn't mean it needs to be quote unquote perfect, but it means that you showed up as a student of the universe, as a student of the Force, of Source. So allow yourself to be in this moment capable of feeling what it will feel like by Friday when you're just like, yes, I did it. This week was an awesome week. What goals may you want to accomplish? What tasks do you have? What loops do you need to close? How will you rise into responsibility? How will you face challenges and obstacles with an open heart and an open mind? How will you see these as opportunities for you to rise into more of your courage? Feel what it feels like. Call in that feeling of victory. Feel that sensation of victory. And just breathe here and feel that. That feeling will guide you. Feeling that right now creates like a golden rope between you and that moment. And between here and now, you will walk through the present moments of this week with grace. Within your heart, you are already connected to this moment, and your heart will guide you. This is one of the powers that you wield as a Force user. A deep connection between you and the Force whispers to you. It guides you. And through your free will, you can align with it. Rise to meet it. Breathe here. Call in this energy. As you're breathing here, let us focus on the mantra of be with me. Something we've used before here. Focusing on the mantra be with me, I want you to practice calling in the energy of the light guardians of the past and of the future, of the Jedi before us and after us, across space and time. Speak the words in this moment. Be with me. Be with me. And as you call in this energy, straighten up your spine. You may notice any tingling sensations up your spine, activation sensations. And we think of all the light guardians, the Jedis in the past, the artists, the revolutionaries, the leaders, those who have changed the story, those who have left their imprint, those who have simply shown up for their family, who may not be known in history books, but are equally as important as some of the most recognizable names. And even in this moment, even connecting, if you choose, with the lineage beyond even just the Earth plane. The light guardians from other planets, other star systems, other dimensions. The energy that we have within us right now is not new. It is as ancient as time itself. So be with me in this moment as we invite each other to be with each other. Even kind of like visualizing all of us kind of like sitting in a circle right now. Even if you want, even visualizing us at the tree of life, the dream tree. Be with me. Be with me. So feeling any sort of energy moving up through the body, and as you do this, this is literally like the whispers of spirit moving through you. Within your stillness, you allow it to speak, you allow it to be heard. And you feel their wisdom, and as you call in that energy, saying, be with me, also call in their wisdom, their lessons, the strength of their heart. So as you do this, it's almost as if you're like connecting to the shared strength, connecting to their courage, connecting to their wisdom. And this wisdom is already within you. It has always been within you. The light has always been within you. Breathe in this moment. Feel any tingling sensations up the spine. Breathe and ride those waves. And as you do this in this moment, take a moment here to acknowledge your connection to the Force, aka Source. The shared web that connects all beings, that connects us, that binds us beyond space and time. And in this moment, honor the light, honor the shadow, the light within the shadow within the light. Both partners in a cyadic dance, a dyad, both helping the other grow and transform. So you see in this moment experiences of both light and shadow. The fate of destruction is the joy of rebirth. You acknowledge the cycles of life. Within nature itself, you can see the shadow, what we acknowledge as shadow. And yet, even still, shadow is a word we use to explain a spectrum. Shadow is a part of a process within a bigger growth cycle, one that leads us into further growth, into further awakening. So gently in this moment, put your hands on your heart physically. Speak that mantra again. Be with me. Remind yourself of this power within you, this courage within you. You are a part of an ancient lineage. The light guardians of the past and future are with us in this moment. They are calling us into our purpose. They are calling us into our destiny. They call to you. Breathe, feeling any sensations up the spine. Visualizing right now, even just kind of like visualizing the scope of the earth, the scope of the galaxy, just kind of like seeing it all as much as you choose in this moment. And as we see the scope of the universe, we see the microcosm within us. We download this courage into our heart. We awaken the seed. We nurture the seed within us. And visualize the strengthening of your field, your aura in this moment. This golden light moving through you, around you, expanding. This is with you. This is connected at all moments. The wisdom of the force, the wisdom of source will speak through your heart. Listen. Listen. What does the force say to you in these moments? I will stop talking, and I want you to kind of let the voice within your heart speak to you. Give it a voice. What does the force within your heart say to you to inspire you, to motivate you? Let it speak in these next few moments as you continue to breathe. Go ahead. Just a couple more breaths here. Beautiful. Gently release your hands. Express gratitude in this moment for yourself, for the source, the force, whatever you want to call it, life, love, the yin, the yang. Express gratitude for the team. Express gratitude for this opportunity to be here right now, to be a part of this story, to grow as a soul, to be able to create, to be able to share, to be able to inspire others, to be a mirror, to be a pillar, to be a Jedi, a light guardian, to inspire others. Gently concluding this part of your meditation, however you choose, even if you have your hands back on your heart, just conclude it with gratitude. Allow this energy to carry with you. It will be with you throughout the day, throughout the week. May it inspire you. May it guide you. May it nurture you. May it heal you. May it awaken you. May we rise together. Gently bringing awareness back to the physical body. Breathing here, being aware of this energy around us. You are more than your physical body. You are the force embodied. Slowly, when you're ready, wiggle your toes, Wiggle your fingers. Straighten your spine. And gently open your eyes. Return your awareness to the space around you. Beautiful. Take a moment here. Slowly bring yourself back. Good job, everyone. That was good. That was good. That was good practice. And that's all that was. That was just practice, right? How many people here drop a 1111 if you like felt tingling throughout your body? Like if you felt energy throughout your body while doing that. And if you didn't, that's fine. Drop an 1111 if you felt that. Like if it, and that might have been new for some of you. Like some of you might have been like, whoa, like that's like I was not having, like that's like something that was something new for me, you know? For me, like I was feeling that. I don't always feel that within every single meditation. For that one, like being really dropped in, collective energy is kind of like focused on this idea of the force today. For me, like yeah, like as I was breathing there, like I was feeling, again, it kind of like feels like it's a similar sensation where if you like listen to a really good song you like and it's like a very emotionally invoking, it's like, whoo, it's that. That's like a very powerful sensation, and we can actually like activate that. We can tap into that. I think of that as like almost like DNA activating, so to speak. And again, if you didn't feel it, that's totally fine. But yeah, drop an 1111 if you like felt that energy throughout your body. And if any of you, before we get into the next part, yeah, it's like the chills. If you want to share in the chat, what message did the force, the source, have for you? Awesome. NZ Weather, thank you so much. NZ Weather says, I'm in tears with finding you and connecting with this. I feel like I've come home. Beautiful. NZ Weather, thank you so much. That means a lot. That's exactly why we're here, right? Like, I do this because I know that in doing this, like, the universe is kind of connecting people to us at the right place at the right time. So I'm glad you found it. I'm glad you found us. Welcome to the team. If anybody wants to share real quick, what message did the force have for you, the source, when we kind of, you know, gave that space for it to speak to us? For me, it was just kind of like, keep going, you know, like you're doing it. Help others see this within themselves. It's within us. It's within all of us. Just keeping an eye on the YouTube chat. I apologize if the YouTube video is a little bit glitchy today. I'm not exactly sure why, if the frame rate's kind of dropping here and there. Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone. I can see the 1111s. Hey, Megan, Mika. Whoa. Looks like I just lost the Facebook feed. Weird. That's never happened before. All right, we're just going to take an extra couple more minutes here. Just give people a Tootsuri, don't stop, can't stop, won't stop, Shine Girl. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure, Instagram, I'm not sure why we just lost the feed there. I apologize. That means I'm going to have to upload the YouTube version for today. That's all right. I'll keep an eye on the time. I think we got about 12 minutes to keep it under an hour for Instagram. So we're going to move into a quick standing practice. Then we're going to get into a chakra practice real quick. Oh, I'm that's kind of sad that the feed dropped on Instagram because now it won't record. That's unfortunate, but we'll upload the YouTube version at the very least. So beautiful. All right. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. Thank you again for joining in. Thank you again for being a part of this energy. We're going to move right into the next part of our meditation. So let's stand up and add a little bit of movement, do a little bit of vocal exercise. Great job, everyone. All right, 1 second here. Just typing this in. 2 seconds. All right, so go ahead, everybody, stand up. Your guidance is leading was awesome and felt like I was shining. Awesome, NZ Weather. I'm grateful to hear that. All right, everybody, go ahead. Stand up if you're able. If you prefer to stay seated, that's totally fine. This is like an optional thing to stand. All right. Let's begin moving our body. Just shake it up a bit. Gonna do a little bit of like vocal exercises, do some dragon roars, and then we're gonna get into our chakra practice meditation. So go ahead, just shake it up. All right, so what we're gonna do here, just add a little bit of a twist to your body, get in some sort of stretches, just kind of moving energy throughout our body right now. Reach for the sky. Make sure your pants are pulled up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, follow my lead. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do some big exhales, and I'm gonna do some big inhales. On the exhale, we're gonna go. And when we do that, we're basically like releasing any sort of stagnant energy as we do this. So this is like ancient Jedi practice, believe me. So what we're gonna do? Deep inhale together. Big exhale. Shake it out. Shake out your legs too. Shaking out the root chakras. One more time together. Inhale. Beautiful. Again, one more time. Inhale. Shake it out. This is like an ancient Jedi technique. They just didn't show it in the movie. I don't know why. Alright, okay, good. Okay, add a little bit of flow movement. We're just going to do this. We have to move into our chakra practice meditation in a minute. This is something where, again, I want you to kind of like practice like moving like a Jedi. Practice adding flow into your meditation. Everything that you do here, I want you to kind of like do it in a way where you're kind of like feeling the force. Like imagine you're kind of like training at like a Jedi temple right now. And I want you to even like imagine, if you want, you can kind of have like energy around your hands and just kind of practice doing this. This is something where it may feel kind of silly if this is the first time you've done this, but I want you to do this in a way where you're going to eventually be able to do this on your own. And it's basically just going to be you kind of like connecting intuitively with the energy around you. And you can do this in a variety of ways. You can eventually start doing this with like other tools, with like a rope dart. You can even do it with a lightsaber. So of course I came prepared today. So just adding a little bit of flow in this moment. And again, when you do this like a ceremony. Do this in a way where it's like letting you just kind of like connect to this present moment, connecting with flow, connecting with your heart, connecting with the archetype of the guardian, of the light guardian, of the Jedi within you. So just do this just for about 30 more seconds. Again, if you don't have a lightsaber, that's totally fine. Do this in a way where you're just kind of, again, like calling in that energy. Feeling that energy moving through you. Beautiful. Alright, we're going to do our dragon roar real quick, and then we're going to get into our chakra practice meditation. Dragon roar. Kind of stand like a soccer stance as if you're going to kick a soccer ball. What you're going to do, you're going to do a deep inhale, and then we're going to go, and we're going to yell like a dragon, scream like a dragon, roar like a dragon. And as we do this, we're clearing out any sort of stagnant energy. We're moving, like almost you can visualize like kind of like a gray smoke of like stagnant energy. Energy that we no longer need. Energy that we no longer serves us, but has served its purpose. So we're honoring it in the process of doing this. And again, this is like anger, frustration, rage. But at the same time, you can honor that. It's like sacred rage, sacred anger, sacred love. The only reason you're angry is because you care about things deeply. So you can also do this as like a battle cry. So like you'd be like, yeah, go Team Jedi, go Team Light Guardian. Follow my lead. Together, inhale deep. Big exhale. Even tense. Release. Good. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale. One more time. Inhale. Good. Bring yourself back to standing. Just chill here for a second. Breathe. Feel what your body feels like right now. Deep breath. Feel the force around you. Beautiful, beautiful. Open your eyes. Bring yourself back down to seated. All right, we're going to wrap this up in about 8 minutes. For those of you on... I'll stick around after, and I guess I'll stick around on Instagram since the feed's not going to drop off. Once we're done this chakra practice meditation, I'll stick around for a little bit longer just to be able to hang out with everyone. If anybody has any sort of questions, that's cool. We can do that. And then again, if you want to be able to connect further, make sure you join our team chat. So if you're just like, yo, like this is like I'm digging this, right? Like join our team chat, join our Discord server. So, all right. Chakra practice meditation. This is about being able to activate like the energy of our chakras, being able to connect to more of our energetic body or mental body or astral body. Each chakra is basically like an organ for the energetic body. If you're new to this, I'm going to kind of go through it a little bit quicker, so bear with me here. Each chakra has a correlating virtue. These virtues are like basically virtues of awareness, virtues of kindness, virtues of consciousness. So when we focus on the virtues, they play together and it helps us kind of like awaken into the best version of ourselves that we can be, a mindful version of ourselves that we can be. So each chakra has a correlating vibration, a correlating mantra, meaning a vocal noise we can make that resonates with it and it spins it. The chakras are spinning discs. You can also think of the chakras as like energy portals that receive data from the future, information from the future, and the past and the present. So when we work with our chakras, we can actually get good at connecting with the force, and we can actually practice receiving information from the future that will allow us to be like guided in this moment. So when you're working with your heart chakra, that will show up as like inspiration. When you're working with your throat chakra, that will work off with like being able to communicate clearly and confidently. When you're working with your brow chakra, that will kind of like show up as, again, being able to like receive inspiration, being able to receive like vision as well. And then like sacral is again kind of like intuition, gut. Solar is like gut. Sacral is like cultivation of sexual energy. Root chakra is patience, connection with the earth. Okay. All right, and yeah, and the chakras have like different colors. So this is like kind of like in like pink, purple, indigo, and then blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So spectrum. It's a spectrum. It's like a musical scale. It's a color scale as well, and that's not a coincidence, obviously. All right, follow my lead. We're gonna go through this quick, and then we're gonna wrap it up. I just have to try and fit this in an hour so I can upload it to Instagram properly. But we'll stick around a little bit longer. Follow my lead. Deep, gentle inhale, exhale on your own. Inhale together. Nice big exhale. Inhale together, the sound E. Follow my lead. Inhale. Serenity. E. You can even focus on the vibration. You can even like feel it here. If it's your first time, you might not feel it, but if you do this again, like you'll start feeling it. Inhale, the sound A. Justness, speaking your truth. Heart chakra, green, compassion, inspiration. O. Guys are doing awesome, especially if this is your first time. Solar chakra, the sound is U. Temperance, willpower. Or sorry, no, pulmonaries. Pulmonaries, connection with our ancestors. The sound awe, gratitude. Inhale. Solar, the sound U. Temperance, willpower. Sacral, cultivation of our sexual energy. If you're not cultivating your sexual energy, now is a great time to start. Very powerful energy, moves throughout the rest of our body, it affects our vitality and our energetic body. The sound is M. Inhale. Root chakra, the sound is S. Patience, connection with the earth. Roots to the ground, branches above. Patience. Inhale, S. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go through it one more time, maybe two more times. We'll see. All right, so right from the top again. Again, think of this as just a practice. This is like an energetic massage for your body, but again, think of this as like a practice. This is what it is. The more you do this, like do this on your own time. Like seriously, like I find this really powerful if you're kind of like sitting there and you're like, I have trouble meditating. If you do this, this will give you something to focus on, and it will give you a pattern to follow, and it will actually make it easy. If you're just like, all right, I'm going to do 5 rounds of these, and you commit to it, and next thing you know, you're like there for like 10 minutes of meditation, it will be very, very beneficial for you just to be able to practice dropping into that space, practice giving your body like an energetic massage, practice balancing your chakras. Again, this is kind of like cleaning your car, your energetic vehicle. So again, let's do this again. Inhale together, the sound E. Inhale. E. Inhale A. Inhale O. Inhale Ah. Inhale U. Inhale M. Inhale S. Close your eyes here. We're just going to conclude this part of the meditation so it wraps up within the hour for Instagram. Take a moment here. Just observe how your body feels. Feeling this like energetic movement of energy through your body. These like rainbow colors activating your energy field. Just imagining this like golden light kind of surrounding you. Breathe here. Finishing off your practice with gratitude. Gratitude for the team, gratitude for the light guardians, gratitude for yourself, gratitude for this opportunity. Beautiful. Gently open your eyes, return your awareness to the space around you. So just wrapping up this broadcast, it may have already gone over an hour, I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. I can't exactly see. Give or take. Oh, I think we're good. Okay, so I'm wrapping it up within 30 seconds. So for everybody here, thank you so much again for joining in. May you carry this energy and this vibration with you simply by doing this broadcast, simply by working on your chakras, simply by moving your body, activating your energetic body, simply by listening to these stories and aligning with this inspiration. May you move throughout the rest of your day with more inspiration, with more grace, with more synchronicity, with more of an open heart. Carry this momentum with you into the next part of your day. Go clean your room, go work on your project, go take care of your family, go spend time in nature, whatever you got to do. Again, a reminder, if you want to be able to connect further, be sure to check out my profile link to be able to join our Discord chat, our team chat. If you would like to be able to join on Patreon, if you're in a position to do so, where you're like, yo, this is awesome value, absolutely, please feel free to sign up for the Patreon. You can join as a leading member when you sign up there, plus get discounts for our item shop. You can get light guard and crystals, you can get shift buttons, you can get the shirts, and you can get other stuff. So thank you again, everyone. As always, the light guardian within me sees and honors the light guardian within you. So thank you for being all that you are and for doing all that you do. Send me messages of gratitude if you watch this in the future. I love you so much. Have an awesome day. All right. Okay. So there, that just had to, we just did that just to kind of like conclude the first portion of the meditation, because we can only upload an hour to Instagram. But for everybody who's still here, I'm just going to hang around for probably about 10 more minutes, because we still have like, we're getting more and more people tuned in each day. So again, like even today, I think we had like over like 33 people probably tuned in at some point through this meditation. So thank you again, everyone, for joining in. Again, just like please feel free to leave your comments and your feedback and your gratitude. How was that for you? And if you do have any questions, for those of you who are new, like questions even just about like the chakra stuff, please feel free to leave a comment in the chat here. And again, I'll just take a moment here just to be able to hang out with everyone just before we get off and go on to the next part of our day. So awesome. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Mika. Thank you, One Love. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Tyson. Awesome. It's great to see. It's great to see so many of our Patreon supporters in here as well. Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Rose. Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Katrina. Thank you, Zebra Girl. Thank you, anybody else? I think Bella might have been tuned in earlier. Thank you to NZ Weather on TikTok. Thank you, Tutsuri. Awesome, Blondie. Thank you for finding me on my For You page. I'm glad that's working. I'm glad like the strategy of making dope content is a great way to be able to help connect more people to what it is that we're doing. Like, it's really cool, right? Like, again, like, part of the strategy behind making cool content is A, to provide value and awesome content, but then B, the synchronicity of it like brings people back to the team meditations we're doing, and then it's like the next layer. So there's gonna be like 1,000 people that are gonna like see my content, but then there's gonna be like, 10% of that they're gonna be like, all right, like, I'm feeling called to connect further. Like, I'm gonna join the team chat. Maybe I'll join the Patreon. Maybe I'll tune in for the broadcast. So for those of you who are looking for connecting further, like, oh yeah, the opportunities are there. And thank you again, like, everyone for your support in all forms. Is all greatly and equally appreciated. So again, we're just going to hang out here just for a few more minutes. I just enjoy doing this just to be able to, again, express my gratitude. And again, as we're doing this is team building. Again, like, this is team building. This is us coming together. And again, I know like some people, they finish off the meditation, so they're off on their day and they signed off and everything. But again, for those of you who just want to hang around for a couple more minutes, yeah, that's what I'm here to do. So please feel free to, if it was your first time here or even before, like, how was that? Go ahead and leave a comment down below. NZ Weather says, it was fantastic. Spirit is stunning. What is key at this time? Meditation. Great question, NZ Weather. I think meditation is obviously a great place to be able to start. Like, again, I think there's, for those of, like, right now, again, we're just kind of chatting. For those of you who are here, we just got done our meditation. The recording for it is on my YouTube, though, so don't worry. Like, if you miss it live, like, the recordings are always on my YouTube and on my Instagram. So never worry if you're like, oh no, like, but today was like a really good one, actually. But what I was kind of saying is that, like, right now there's so many people who are in a process of kind of like an early stage of their current chapter of awakening. We kind of go through awakening in chapters and stages. I think what's important for, within the journey of our awakening, I think what's really important is a few things, like research, studying, acquiring knowledge, listening to other people who who are like sharing their wisdom, their ideas, their perception, absorb things, and then kind of use that to start piecing the dots together, start seeing the bigger picture, understanding that the most important perspective is yours, the most important understanding of the universe is yours. The other parts of that are parallel are direct experiences. Those are the most important things. So in addition to just like, again, like, if you're just like, be like, oh yeah, like, I'm super spiritual and I love reading spirituality and I love watching YouTube, but maybe, like, I'm new to meditation, or like I'm not kind of like going out in nature and things like that. Like, it's very important to be able to cultivate the opportunities for direct experience, because that's when you start developing like your own unique understanding and connection with the force, with source, with the reality around you. And when you put out that intention where you're like, dear universe, like, I am looking for more. I am seeking more like inspiration and messages from you. The universe hears that, and then it will actually start like giving it to you. And that's where you start getting things like synchronicity, or again, like even going into the woods and stuff like that. So yeah, like Tutsuri says, like, again, meditation helps you tune into your inner being. So absolutely, meditation is incredibly important for a variety of reasons. Meditation, like within the spiritual awakening, one of the early things that we do is to begin to become more aware of our mind. So usually, like, when we're kind of like asleep, our mind will just kind of work on automatic mode. And then a lot of times it'll be kind of like based on our environment. Something will happen and it will cause a reaction. The idea of meditation and awakening your consciousness is where like something will happen and then you observe and then you respond instead of reacting. So that's like a big sign of your awakening in consciousness. If you notice parts of yourself that maybe in the past would have been like, oh, like, like someone did something to me and it really pissed me off. Another level of your spiritual awakening will be like, kind of like, well, why? Like asking questions. Why did that piss me off? Or like, what's their perspective? Or kind of opening your heart to more empathy. So like empathy is like a very big part of your spiritual awakening. Just being able to kind of like see the bigger picture, knowing that there always is a bigger picture, and being able to practice like having compassion, and again being able to kind of like really begin seeing the unity between all things, being able to see others as yourself. That's incredibly important. And then from there, again, within the stages of your awakening, eventually, like kind of what you do. So there's like the initial stage, like kind of like the Padawan stage, where you're learning. You're learning from someone else. And then there's like the training stage where you're practicing meditation, you're going out into the woods, you're doing physical movement, you're awakening to synchronicity, you're like working on dream journaling, things like that. And then the next steps, I'm just kind of simplifying here. The next steps would be being in service to others. So showing up in a way where you can assist others on their parts of their awakening. And not even if they're like on like a spiritual path, but just showing up to help your human beings, showing up to help your family, your friends. Because in the process of you helping others, you actually see more of yourself. And when you help others, you'll actually get those moments where you actually kind of get to like look back and you're like, whoa, like I got to see a new part of myself that I had never seen before in helping others. Maybe like an aspect of like your leadership, or just like your ability to kind of practice holding space, or just like deeper parts of your compassion. And so again, it's kind of like moving into the part where you take your inspiration and your wisdom and your experiences and you begin turning it into something that can be like accessible to someone else, a message, art. You start creating art. You start like feeling that natural call to like want to be able to assist within the awakening by sharing messages. So again, one of the great ways to do that is by using social media platforms, right? So again, like that's essentially where like you can kind of see the structure of what we're building here as a team, where we're holding space for people who are newly welcoming, who are new to their meditations, who are new to their spiritual awakening. But then we're also kind of within that team is the inner team of specifically like leading members. And these are people who are conscious creators and leaders. Now we all are that, but it's people who are kind of like being like, yo, okay, like I'm here to create media content. I'm here to create story. I'm here to create art. So again, that's where like using social media right now, using TikTok, using YouTube, using Instagram to be able to plant seeds. That is kind of like a big part of the journey of what we are doing right now. So NZ Weather, let me know. Drop an 1111 and for anybody else, if that kind of like simplifies it and makes sense. So it's like stages of awakening, like learning and listening to others. Stage 2, experience and wisdom, gaining your own direct experience. Stage 3, helping others. Repeat. So it's kind of like this, and then it just kind of like continues through this like spiral, right? So that's like the simplest way I could explain it. So that's kind of like where we're seeing it right now, where it's like naturally, as you continue to awaken, you will naturally just kind of like feel called to want to help others awaken as well. So and that's what I do. Like again, like I'm living that example, right? Like again, and that doesn't mean like I'm like my journey's over because I've like suddenly just like I actually continue growing by helping others. Like that is a part of my spiritual dharma, is that I grow on my spiritual path by helping others as well, as will you. So if you're just like, oh, like I'm so enlightened and I'm just going to like, mind my own business and not interact, that's an option. That's your free will. But if you really want to be able to like level up even further, start asking the question, like, what is needed? What is needed right now? What is needed for community, and how can I assist? How can I show up? How can I use my gifts? How can I use my heart? How can I use my hands? How can I use, my mind to be able to inspire others? And that's, again, kind of like, it's essentially working towards this idea where everyone has a part to play within this 100th monkey effect, So that's kind of like the idea that, like, as we kind of add our intentions and our presence, it allows more mirrors for people to see more of themselves. And then it creates this cascading effect where more people start awakening. It suddenly becomes the mainstream, the stream of consciousness. We think of mainstream as kind of this term that only refers to like media, mainstream media. But we have to think of it that there's like a mainstream of consciousness, and visualize that literally as water, as an energy. And then as that mainstream, as things become more mainstream, other people kind of like branch into it and they connect to it. They tap into it. So that's where, again, as we're kind of awakening ourselves, we're making it so that others will see that, and then they'll unconsciously and super consciously give themselves permission. You know, there's a lot of younger people and older people who are seeing, especially on TikTok, other younger people who are starting to talk about their experiences with spirituality, metaphysics, psychedelics, consciousness. And then because of that, they're just like, whoa, like, I'm allowed to talk about this? Like, I can actually, like, this is something that's real? Like, I'm not just like, because a lot of people, when they go through the spiritual awakening, they feel alone, you know, and that's understandable. And that's what it would have been like, you know, back in the days and stuff like that. But now we have that ability to help others, you know. Captains amongst captains. That's the way I like to put it. Okay, I saw some awesome comments there. I'm just going to read those in the chat. We'll wrap this up probably in about 5 minutes. So if anybody does have any other quick comments, questions, leave those in the chat. And again, if you want to connect further, again, team chat, join our team chat. Link is in my profile link. Patreon, join my Patreon. Help us reach 150 Patreon supporters. And again, when you sign for the Patreon, think of it as like an energetic vote where you're just like, I'm investing in this because I am a part of this and I want this to continue to grow, and it will continue growing. And obviously the Patreon helps. Yeah, like, yes, I'm a human. I do have bills to pay. And again, it just like continues to help build the momentum and it increases our global reach. So thank you. One of the ways of signing up to the Patreon is like, you can think of it as kind of like honoring an energy exchange. There's an energy exchange that happens here. And there's a variety of ways to continue to honor that. Like, one of the ways I invite you to honor this is by continuing to move this momentum forward into your own life. You know, help others, continue your practices and things like that. That's also important. So, okay, I'm just going to read some of the comments here. All right. NZ Weather was the one who asked that originally. Thank you, Tutsuri, for your comments. I can literally see Tutsuri like adding support in the comments. And again, like, a big part of community is just acknowledging each other, you know, and expressing gratitude. So one of the things, like, you know, within spiritual awakening is like expressing gratitude and acknowledging others. So for everybody here, like, thank you, especially those of you who have been involved with this for years, you know, like, that's the thing. We've got members on the team who have been involved here for years. So, okay, there's quite a few comments. This is what I like about having a small group, is that I can actually read some of the comments. If we had 100 people tuned in right now, it would be hard for me to read the comments. How do you do a live stream? When you have 1,000 people on TikTok, you can do a live stream. Meditation helps you tune into your inner being. Exactly, Tutsuri. Thanks for answering, and research will solidify my thoughts. I'm seeing things I haven't before. Beautiful, NZ Weather. I'm glad you're able to find us again. In meditation, I can struggle to sit still, but the chakra meditation certainly helped. Yeah, the chakra meditation is actually a really good meditation, especially if you're just like having trouble doing meditation. Do the chakra meditation and just commit to it. And like that's what I do sometimes, where if I'm just like, you know, if you're just sitting there in meditation, sometimes you can kind of like, you need a focal point. Like, if you want to just let your mind wander, you can, but sometimes that can be hard, where you're just like, what am I doing here? Like, what, you know, like, how do I know when I'm done? Sort of thing. But if you're doing the chakra meditation, you'd be like, okay, 5 rounds. E, A, O, A, U, S. Repeat. E, A, O, A, U, S. Repeat. And then you do that. You do that a few times, and you take your time with it. And you observe it, and then as you're doing each one, you can kind of focus on the virtues. And again, the idea behind meditation is that it helps you develop focus. So I'm kind of speaking to, like, again, the people who are new here. So like, why meditate, right? Meditation is like strengthening the muscle of your mind. This is a true thing where in today's day and age, mindfulness, meditation is like a very underappreciated tool. And the reason for that is because a lot of society is kind of like based around, you know, like media and advertising. And for them, they want you to have a short attention span. They want you to be able to jump from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And they don't really want you to be able to focus on too many things at once. Your focus, your attention is one of the most valuable things right now. It's what companies spend millions of dollars trying to get. Think about that. Your attention. Companies spend millions, billions of dollars trying to get the energy of your attention. So your attention is your focus. What are you focusing on? Oh, you're focusing on the news. You're giving them your attention. Oh, you're focusing on that next ad. You're focusing on, like, you know, like kind of superficial stuff on social media and things like that. You're just scrolling. You're kind of aimlessly doing it. And when you do that, it's almost as if you kind of get pacified. You become zombified, and then you become easier to control, essentially. And you become a consumer, and you become a product, essentially, right? You become an energy source. So this is where it gets really interesting, where it's like basically like kind of like the Matrix, where it's like we basically become an energy source for like these other kind of like controlling entities. And I don't mean like like higher dimensional entities. I'm literally just talking like entities in terms of corporations. It's kind of interesting when you kind of become aware of this. You're like, oh my god, like I'm actually a battery, like serving their machine by giving them my attention. Your attention is energy. So through the practice of mindfulness and meditation, it brings the attention back to our being. It brings the focus into back, like it brings the focus back to our will. And then from there, you'll become aware. You'll just be like, oh god, like I've been mindlessly scrolling for like half an hour. Okay, put that down, go connect with nature. And especially when it comes to doing tasks is incredibly, it's incredibly valuable to be able to keep your focus. So say, like you're just like, okay, I've got a dope like art project I'm working on, and I am going to get this art project done as soon as possible. What's going to happen quicker, right? Because you got other things to do, so you got to get it done as soon as possible. If you focus on that art project for like an hour straight and you just boom and you get it done, or if you focus on that art project and then like 5 minutes in, you're like checking something else, and then 5 minutes later, you're checking something else, and then 10 minutes later, you're like not even working on it. And then like half an hour later, you're just like eating lunch and you like forgot, and you're just like, oh, what? Like, what was I doing, right? Like, so it's like the practice of meditation is the practice of practicing developing your focus, because your focus is magic. What you focus on is like directing a laser of consciousness. So it's literally directing a focused energy beam, and what you focus on cultivates. What you focus on manifests. What you focus on grows. It's like water. You're like, what do you want to pour your focus on? Your focus is love. Your focus is like, again, like water. So it's like what you focus on will grow. You focus on your art, it will grow. You focus on just like mindless other things, a bunch of mindless other things are going to kind of grow, but you won't really kind of get the sustenance that will come from really focusing on one particular thing. So that's where, again, meditation is, again, if we do the mantra practice meditation, the chakra practice, that's focusing on just kind of like being in one place and then observing. This is, again, I'm kind of speaking to the new people here, and I know there's a bunch of comments. I have to scroll through those. And if you guys resonate with this, drop in 1111. Like, what I'm sharing with you right now is incredibly valuable. Like, incredibly valuable. And that's why I'm sharing it with you, because I want you to have this knowledge, because I want us to be able to, like, understand our powers. Ooh, my light guardian crystal's, like, blinking. It like, blinks like Morse code from, like, the spirit realm. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. I'm not joking. Or am I? I don't know. But anyways, again, when you're practicing a mantra meditation, observe your thoughts. Observe that your thoughts will kind of come, and they'll kind of be like thoughts that may be completely unrelated. You're like, I really want some pizza. I can't wait to eat some pizza. What did that person say to me yesterday? Oh yeah, that really pissed me off. Well, I never really liked them anyways because 7 months ago they did something, and oh man, I can't wait to watch the final episode of Westworld. Oh yeah, I can't wait to eat some more pizza. So if you're doing that, again, it's like you're kind of like, the thoughts come in, and then you're just kind of like, you become your thoughts, and then you kind of just like, it takes you wherever the thought goes. The thoughts kind of have their own stream, and then it'll just kind of take you there. Your practice with meditation is to see when the thoughts come in, and it's like, here comes the pizza train. That's a train? I don't know. But I think of it that way, where it's like thoughts. You can kind of practice visualizing this, where like thoughts are almost like a train. This is one way how I visualize it, where it's like a train is like going by. It's like chugga, 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 chugga. It's big, it's loud, it has your attention. Whoop whoop. Whoop. I don't know, I like that noise. But anyways, so a train's coming, but then you have the choice as to whether or not you get on it, right? So you can literally like be like, oh, there's a thought, and then it just goes. But when we're unconscious, we'll kind of be like, it's like we're like cats with tinfoil, or like shiny birds with shiny objects. We'll see a thought and we'll be like, and then we just like run for it, and then we jump on it, and then we just go, and then we're just like, wait a second, what? Like what? Like, but this isn't even me. This is just like a thing I'm jumping on, sort of thing. So again, as you become mindful, again, for NZ Weather, for anybody listening to this, one of the big ways of reclaiming your power is to be able to observe as the thoughts come, and then to be able to simply choose to put your focus where you want. And sometimes you will want to put your focus on those thoughts. It's really up to you. But just be aware, like, you are not your thoughts. You're the observer of your thoughts, and then you can kind of choose which thoughts to go. And again, if you're just like, well, okay, if you've created the choice, if you're just like, okay, I'm choosing to put my focus on this moment here right now, and then the other thoughts, which don't serve that objective, are kind of coming and going, you're going to want to be able to have that ability to observe them without getting distracted by them, right? So your focus is incredibly important. So again, by us practicing meditation, by us hanging out as a team, by you tuning into these broadcasts, again, we do these broadcasts. Again, for those of you who are just joining in, we did like a whole morning meditation. We do that Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, if you want to join in for the meditations, join in live, but you can find the recordings online. But again, when we do this is like leveling up our consciousness. It's leveling up our mindfulness. It's connecting us to a deep story. It's connecting us to like a power within our heart. And story is such a powerful part. It's not just like, oh, why are we shifting consciousness? It's like, no, we are shifting consciousness because this is a part of a very potent story of us coming together as a team, of us coming here into our purpose. And when you really start to resonate with that, you can begin to see the story of like where you are within it. You begin to see yourself as the hero within your own journey. You are the hero of your own journey. So anyways, okay, I'm just going to scroll through here. There's a bunch of TikTok comments that I haven't replied to yet. You are shifting awareness. Yes, the unity. So true. NZ Weather says, Brendan, your leadership is phenomenal. Blowing me away. Thank you. I'm going to screenshot that and save that for later. Absolutely. It's all about growing and learning. Meditation is difficult when beginning. Yep. And again, like, honestly, like when you notice meditation is difficult, like good. You want to notice when it is difficult because the difficulty is kind of like, again, it's kind of like lifting weights. So when you notice your mind kind of wandering, imagine you're like holding a weight, like a dumbbell, and it's kind of like moving away, and then your will is bringing it back. So again, it's like focus, distraction, strength building by bringing the focus back. And then you repeat this, and then that's how you grow your muscles, right? So it's like the mind is actually working with you all the time. When those distractions show up, it's not like, damn it, mind, like I'm trying to focus here. The mind is actually just like, oh, you're trying to develop your focus. Like, here, let's give you some challenges. And then it builds on it, right? So it's like beginning to change the way you look at the mind and the way the world will do that too. It'll be like, oh, you're trying to manifest something? Here's a challenge. And then it'll like make you stronger. So again, I hope what I'm saying here is just like totally just blowing people's minds. If it's blowing your mind even just a little bit, drop a 777. I'm learning and I want to help. Very well stated. Thank you. Thank you, Bipolar Betty. If you're craving more water, it's a true sign of your awakening. You put it into layman's terms and it's so easy to understand. Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for your comments. I'm probably not going to... My battery's almost done, so I have to wrap this up. I have an opportunity to be an influential voice. Awesome, Betty. Yes, your story is important. Everybody's story is important. Everybody's voice is important. Never underestimate that. Your story will be a beacon of hope for others. 100%. 100%. So finding your voice is a big part of your journey. Your story matters. Very well put, Betty. I often see a rotating circle in my vision. Any idea what that could be? I'm just going to keep scrolling. I can't. Okay, 1111s. Okay, I probably won't be able to read all the comments. I apologize. Where did I start? By being curious. Ask questions. Okay, I think I'm caught up here. Yeah, and use guided meditations, right? Like, guided meditations are very useful too. Like, I have hundreds of guided meditations online. Like, so go to my YouTube channel. So for everybody here, if you're resonating with what I'm doing here, like, I have a ton more to be able to give to you. Go to my YouTube channel, like, go to my profile link on TikTok, Instagram, and even just for those of you like on YouTube, and like scroll down and it'll say like more meditations. Click that. We have like longer story meditations. I'm actually going to do a meditation for the full moon coming up, so I got to think about that. I work in mainstream media as a host and I want to make a difference and not feed the constant BS. Very cool. NZ Weather. I presume you're probably in New Zealand working on weather. Oh, that's awesome. I'll have to check out your content. NZ Weather, make sure you like leave a comment on one of my posts so I can find your profile again. The teaching children. Awesome. 2-3, teaching children how to meditate. Beautiful. Awesome. Blowing some minds. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thanks. Use your cuteness as one of your powers. All right, okay, team. I'm going to wrap this up. Again, I would stay here longer, but part of my job is a lot more of the production that I have to do. Every time that we do these broadcasts, I always have post-production. I got some new TikToks I'm working on. I got to make some Star Wars TikToks today. And yeah, it's always been a pleasure being able to hang out with you. Again, if you want, go ahead, join our team chat. Like, I'm inviting you. I would love to see you join our team chat if you resonate with what it is that we're sharing here. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for your support. You being here like motivates me. So thank you for sharing in that inspiration, that motivation. Please feel free to invite one person to join in to the meditation. Join us here tomorrow if you can. And again, be sure to just connect to our team chat. Sign up to our Patreon. You can check out our shop. We do have the other items through our shop, like my Auralite crystals. I'll just show you one of those real quick. Again, if anybody's interested, these are like Auralite 23 crystals. These are like the crystals that I have available through my shop. And again, these are like the oldest crystals on Earth, 1.2 billion years old. I was like collecting these over the years specifically to share them with you. So again, you can find that through my shop, links in my bio. And again, me inviting you to shop on my shop is again for you to be able to get the tools and for you to also be able to help like support me in the process. So it's all equally reciprocated and appreciated. So if you do have any questions in general, please feel free to send me a DM on Instagram for those of you on TikTok. So make sure you're connected to my other platforms for those of you on TikTok. And yeah, we're building the team each and every single day. So I'm going to hop off. And again, inviting you to carry this momentum with you. Carry it with you into the next part of your day. Carry it with you into, you know, whatever tasks you still have. Maybe you're at the end of the day. Maybe you're going to sleep. Maybe you're in Australia, New Zealand. So whatever you feel you need to be able to carry this momentum into, then absolutely please do that. So awesome. All right. Until next time, team. Much love. Thank you so much. And as always, keep it shifty, and I will see you in the future. Check out more through my bio link, paradigmshiftcentral.com. Woo! Oh, and go watch some full-length movies that I've made on my YouTube channel if you haven't done that yet. So go watch a Journey to Lucidity movies. They'll inspire you. All right. Okay, team. Wrapping it up. Thank you so much, TikTok. And yeah, please feel free to leave a comment on one of my posts if you enjoyed this broadcast. All right. I'll talk to you soon. All right, and wrapping it up again on Instagram. All right, okay, thank you again, Instagram. Much love. Thank you so much. See you guys soon. All right, and thank you again to YouTube, and thank you, Facebook. I love you guys. Be sure to like this video, etc., etc.